Hello and welcome to Library Connection. I'm Mandy Cantrell, your hostess. I'm Youth Services Director at the Baby Comer Memorial Library. The staff and the board at the library and myself, all of us want to thank TV 47 for allowing us to showcase our activities and our connection with the community. And today we get to talk with some people who we partner with. Joining me today on Library Connection are Pam Sims and Becky Epperson. They are from SAFE and they are with the HIPPY program. So thank you ladies for being here.
Thank you for having us.
Good, I appreciate you coming today. We partner with SAFE and with this particular program because it's all about helping children get ready for school, which is something we, of course, love at the library. Now, first of all, you work with HIPPY, and that is, tell me what that stands for now.
Home Instruction for Parents of Preschool Youngsters.
Home Instruction for Parents of Preschool Youngsters. I love HIPPY. That's a great little,
the
name. I love the way you have that worked out. And now you ladies work with HIPPY. Tell me your titles. Pam, what?
I'm Assistant Coordinator.
Okay.
And I'm the Lead Parent Educator.
Lead Parent Educator. And that's what it's all about, educating parents and children.
Exactly.
Is that correct?
That's
okay,
right.
Great. One of you just take this question. Kind of explain what is HIPPY.
Okay.
Either one of you.
It's a free in-home preschool program for 3 and 4 year olds where we go into the home with a curriculum that Becky has brought, and we go over that lesson with the parent to make sure they understand it, and then we leave that lesson and the parent does it with the child. It's all to prepare them for school, and the parent being the child's first teacher.
All right. So you come into the home and kind of model it with the parent
Yes,
to teach. You're not actually doing it with the child.
No,
You're showing the parent how to do it. That's great, helping the parent be involved. So this is the lesson plan for maybe a week?
This is 1 week's lesson plan, and it covers skills such as literacy, math, science, motor, and language. It is just broke down into different activities that we used to call it broken down into days, but now we just say activities because some kids like to do more than one activity a day.
Oh, that's true. That's true. How much time each day would this take?
On a 3-year-old, I would say 15 to 20 minutes.
Okay.
Sometimes the 4-year-old lessons may go just a little bit further, and it really depends on the child and how in depth the parent and child want to get into it.
Right.
But it's very easy. It's broken down right. It's laid out.
Scripted, tells you
Yes,
what to say
exactly.
or gives you an idea of what
It
to
does.
say. That's great. And about 15 or 20 minutes is probably all a 3-year-old would be able to sit through. But that's perfect. That's all it takes.
Right.
Now, is this sitting and writing at a table?
No, ma'am.
Maybe a little bit, but yeah.
There is a little bit of that involved, but there's a lot of reading. There's gross motor activities, getting up and jumping, hopping. Acting like your animals, doing the moves that animals do. So it's not all just sitting and riding.
The gross motor skills. I'm sorry, or the big muscles, the jumping,
muscles.
the things like that, which we don't. We
don't
think
think
kids go
about.
play, but.
Well, and we also throw like an obstacle course in that. And one thing that the kids are learning, and they just don't even realize they're learning, is to follow instructions. Because when you have to do things in order, that's following instructions. So, and they think they're just having fun, and it is fun.
Oh, that is fun. And making a little obstacle course out of common everyday objects, I'm assuming.
Maybe brooms and chairs and towels.
Boxes.
Yeah, exactly.
That sounds fun.
It is.
That's right. Well, I know we've talked before. The things that are required for this, either you supply them or they're just like chairs and brooms and tables and things like that.
We bring out this basic little box here that has your crayons, glue, scissors, hole punch, just about anything, any school supply you would need to do the lessons with.
Okay.
And then there's some things that you would need around your house that are just common everyday household items. If we do a science experiment, that may require an egg. Obviously, we can't bring out eggs, but
or food coloring.
or
things
food
like that.
coloring.
Right.
But
Things you probably have.
Yes, most people have, and if you don't have, and we can help in any way, we'll be glad to do that. But it's usually just common household everyday items that we are used to do the lessons with.
That's great. So one of you, and now are you the only parent educators, or
No, ma'am, there's a total of 8 of us
Oh, okay.
that go out on a weekly basis.
Every week. Okay.
Every week.
Now, what area do you cover? Just our city, Sylacauga, or?
No, ma'am, we serve all of Talladega County.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
So we serve the 3 school systems: Talladega County, Talladega City, and Sylacauga City.
Okay, so you work with them.
Yes, ma'am.
Because the idea is to get children ready to go to school.
Right.
That's great.
Well, I think one of our main goals is to get the parents involved with the kids' education at this young level, and that encourages not only the kids, because any kid wants to please their parent, but that encourages the kid to succeed when they are in school, because the parent has shown that interest, that they're interested in their child's education.
Yes. And it's nice for parents to know and be on top of what their children are able to do.
And that's what I like about HIPPY, is it helps parents know, okay, this is what my child needs to know before they go to school, and this is where they are, this is where we need to be. And that's what HIPPY does. It gets them prepared.
Oh, that's great. Gets parents prepared and
the children.
I would imagine that these parents are probably more involved in their children's lives when they're in school, because they've been a part of it.
Exactly. And I think we see that a lot, and one story I'm just going to say is I love going, my son is at Baby Comer High School, and I go to awards day and things like that, and the other day, last year at the awards day, we were sitting there, and every kid would walk across the stage. I would be like, "Hippie kid, there goes another hippie kid." And we've been with the program 17 years, so we've seen a lot of hippie kids. But one of the ones who just racked up on scholarships, he was valedictorian, and he was a former hippie kid, and I can't contribute all that, but to that parent's interest, and he got his start in HIPPY.
It's a great foundation for the children and the parents.
Exactly.
That is awesome, because having a child just graduated from college and one in college, those scholarships and success in high school to get you ready for college, that's awesome. That's
important.
Great. That is very important. Now, both of you, your children went through the program, didn't they?
Correct.
Yes, ma'am.
So you've been the parent.
Right. And now my granddaughter is going through it. She's starting her 2nd year this year.
Oh, really?
So,
how fun.
That's fun.
I bet that is. I know that's great. Does it cost anything?
No, ma'am. It's completely free.
Completely free. All
We are
right.
funded through grants through the Department of Early Childhood Education. So, and that makes all the items free to families.
There's absolutely no income requirements. There's no guidelines that we follow. If you have a 3 or 4 year old and they live in Talladega County, we would love to have you.
Right.
Even if they're in a preschool somewhere?
Exactly. Yes, ma'am.
This is just in addition to a preschool program.
Right.
We would never want to intrude on preschools or Head Start. This is just something for the parent to sit down and see where their child is and see them learn. And that's important, is when you see that light bulb go off, that, oh, I got it, that's a big thing. I know with my son, we think our kids should know everything. Sometimes we just miss those little simple things that sometimes that just come to light in here, and it's when that light bulb goes off and they get it, that's just, that, as a mama, that makes me proud.
Oh, it does, doesn't it? Well, we're going to talk some more about this. We're going to take a quick break and come back and talk with Pam and Becky some more about HIPPY.
Hi, it's Shawnee McNeil at South First Bank. This is a great time for you to buy or build a new home, or maybe refinance your present mortgage. Our rates are the lowest they've been in years, and that means saving you money. We've been helping our customers become homeowners in this area for nearly 70 years, and we can make our approvals right here in the office, and that means saving you time. We're located here in downtown Sylacauga. Come in and find South First, a better way to bank.
Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Marble City Pharmacy in Sylacauga is your destination for the highest quality health care. Our knowledgeable pharmacists are always available for questions about your medications or advice on taking over-the-counter products and supplements. Our friendly staff can assist you in choosing from our full lines of compression hose and medical equipment. And don't forget our gift department. We have a great selection of unique gifts for every occasion. Stop by today and see us. Marble City Pharmacy, where your health comes first.
Coosa Valley Medical Center, one of the top 10 hospitals in Alabama, is also Sylacauga's largest employer. Services from the emergency room to surgery to cancer treatment to post-stroke care. You won't believe what's right in your backyard. It's Coosa Valley Medical Center in Sylacauga. So, if you're sick in Alabama, choose one of the top 10 hospitals in Alabama. That is Coosa Valley Medical Center.
Hi, and welcome back to Library Connection. I'm Mandy Cantrell. I've been talking with Pam Sims and Becky Epperson. They are with the HIPPY program with SAFE, Sylacauga Alliance for Family Enhancement, and HIPPY is Home Instruction for Parents of Preschool Youngsters.
Good job.
I have to think and say that, but that's a wonderful way to phrase that. We've talked about it. Tell parents how to get in touch and how they could sign their children up or find out more about it.
Okay. They can call SAFE at 256-245-4343, and we'll be glad to take their information over the phone.
Great, great. And it's just that simple.
Just that simple.
Just call.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now,
We do require that when we start up, there is a small testing process that we do pre-test because we're grant funded, so we want to see where they're at when they start, and hopefully there will be gain at the end. So we do have to do that, but
that's
30
nothing difficult. I think
30
it's just
minutes
you sitting
tops.
with the
Yes,
child.
exactly. It's very easy, and I know some people think that their kids are being tested that we're going to assume, but you just never know what a 3-year-old will tell you. I'm just saying.
You don't have to test high enough to get in the program.
No,
or anything
no,
like
no.
that. It's just you got to start here and see what you've learned. That's a
Exactly.
wonderful
That's
thing at
it.
the end of the year. Now, how many weeks does the program last?
Our year 1 and year 2 are 30 weeks, and our age 5 is 15 weeks.
15 weeks. Okay.
So we go out every other week for them.
Okay. And the 5-year-olds, if they've been in the 3 and 4, right? 3 or 4-year-old.
They just have to have been in the 4, but most do the 3, 4, and the 5-year-old.
So 3-year-olds and 4-year-olds can sign up.
Yes, ma'am.
Call SAFE, and one of you, or they can find out the information and
Right.
get in contact with you.
Just speak with anybody with HIPPY, and we'll just take your information.
All right, that'd be great. It's just very easy to do. The way that we get to partner with you ladies is by Word of the Week, which is so fun for us.
Oh, yeah.
You send us a list of words,
Yes,
and
ma'am.
these are not words the children have to memorize or anything. It's just to make them familiar. Are there any? They're just common words, colors, or
Right.
I
Just
actually
to help build their vocabulary.
Yes, and I guess from our side, I think just to see the word in print.
Right.
They don't
Yeah,
have to memorize
exactly.
it. Just
And get them in the library.
oh yes, we like that too. The first word of the week is kind. So we would provide a list. Your parents would get this, and they come to the library, and we pull some books. This has a list of books with the word kind. Here are a couple of books. I Am Kind, and then Zach, the one-of-a-kind dog. So our hopes that the parents will come and check out a couple of books, read them to their kids, just so their kids get to see the word, what it means. You know, in this case, kind means I am nice, or one-of-a-kind dog. I don't know how to explain what that means. One-of-a-kind, it's not exactly the same. So just
Nobody like him.
Right, yeah. Right, just different ways to use the word, and those go on for about 30 weeks. That's a lot of fun. We enjoy your parents coming in.
Oh, yeah.
Because I know a lot of people don't know, books at the library are free. You check them out, read them, and bring them back. So
And y'all have always worked really well with us on doing that. And we also have them in the Talladega and Lincoln Library.
And
Childersburg. And it's funny, we have some parents who know that the day that y'all put the word of the week out, and they'll be the
Tuesday.
first one there, to try to get the books before someone else comes there. Yeah.
Well, that's fun. We've met a lot of new parents coming in because they know there's some books waiting for them there. So we're always glad to have them come in, and we're all about reading. Now we're not saying the children to read, but reading to the children, just expose them to that. Because I've always had some books in my home for my girls, but not as many as we have at the library. So it's so nice to have other books, and we enjoyed going to check out books, as did your children.
Oh, yeah,
I'm sure.
exactly.
Yeah, so we're glad to be able to help with that.
We appreciate it.
Oh, well, good. Now, I know you do the weekly visits, and the parent does the activities during the week. Do you have any times when you meet together as a whole group, the whole HIPPY program?
We try to have group meetings once a month, and we do one because we cover all of Talladega County. We do one on our end, on the Sylacauga end, then one on the Talladega end, just so that it's easier for the parents to get to them because we want to have a good participation, and we have all sorts of different things. And sometimes, like one of our family's favorites is to always go to the fire department. That's always a big hit, no matter where it is. We sometimes have guest speakers come in that may speak on budgeting, or we've had people come in talking about how to save energy in your home. I mean, we try to get some really good things that the parents that I am usually interested in.
We all need, yeah.
Exactly.
We all need to know about those things.
And two, when we do our group meetings, that's just kind of an opportunity for us to get the child, I don't want to say away from the parents, just for a few minutes, just to separate.
To interact with other children.
Yes, to interact with other children and other adults, because so many times a 3-year-old has been in with mom the whole time, and I'm sure at the library that sometimes that separation is kind of tough, but this is just an easy way to ease them into it when it's just a small period at a time that they'll have to be separated.
And it also gives those adults time to be with other adults.
Yes, exactly.
Who are in a very similar time of life as they are.
Yeah.
Gives them, that's great for the moms and dads or grandparents or whoever comes, and the kids too. Kids to be around other kids. That's fun.
And that is fun. We always have usually at least 1 or 2 dads who bring their kids.
That's wonderful.
And I know that you really don't think about that, but it seems like they have as much fun as the kids have. Cause I think most dads have a tendency to don't mind being a little silly, and that's all right. We love it.
That's great. Now, is this just parents? You have grandparents
Oh, yeah.
maybe that come?
We also have some aunts and uncles that do it too.
Oh, okay.
So it's not just the parents or grandparents. It's whoever has custody of the child or whatever.
All right. Whoever's keeping the
Or
child.
it could be a babysitter that does it with the child while parents work.
Okay. That's
Well,
right.
as I said before, our goal is to get the parents involved, and that's our main goal. But we've all heard it takes a village.
Yes.
And so anytime that you can bring a kid, whether it's to your story time or to our group meetings or any function where it's going to benefit that child in the future, it takes all of us to do that.
It does.
Everybody has to work hand in hand.
That's great. And the babysitter or the aunt or uncle passes that on to the parent, and everybody kind of shares in
Right.
what
Exactly.
the children are doing. And how nice for the children to know their parents are involved in what they're doing.
Exactly.
I know. And probably your average parent doesn't know about, like you said, the gross motor skills or the, using food coloring and eggs and things like that, and how wonderful to have all these lesson plans that are researched and all that, but fun
Exactly.
activities too.
Because you have to make learning fun.
Yes, they're learning, and I know you said a little while ago, they're learning directions, but they don't even know it.
Exactly.
That is the best way to learn.
Right.
It's the best way to learn. Have fun. We're going to take another commercial break, and we'll come back and talk a little bit more and look at some pictures.
Okay.
Looking for a great pre-owned car or truck? Come visit the Collins family at Stop and Shop Auto Sales. Owned and operated by Bobby and Anderson since 1996, and now with the newest member of the team, George Collins. We specialize in quality trucks from Ford and Chevy, and also carry a variety of dependable cars and SUVs. All of our vehicles are professionally serviced and checked for safety and reliability. So come see us today in Sylacauga at 230 West 1st Street, or call 256-249-0322.
In Alabama, there are 2 things we take serious: football and barbecue. And at August Barbecue, we take our business serious. Our meat is smoked daily to give you the freshest and best quality. Ask about our daily vegetable specials. And don't forget about our beef brisket, served up every Thursday and Friday. We have a great outdoor seating area to enjoy the best live music around every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday night. Great service, great atmosphere, and great food. August Barbecue. You can taste the difference.
CallTheShield.com is the solution to pest and termite problems. APS shields your home from termite infestation, unwanted pests, mold and water intrusion, sagging floors, and unhealthy lawns. Visit CallTheShield.com to schedule your free evaluation. That's CallTheShield.com to schedule your free evaluation. Alabama Professional Services. Protection for your home.
Hello and welcome back to Library Connection. I'm Mandy Cantrell from the Baby Comer Library. I've been talking with Pam Sims and Becky Epperson with HIPPY, with SAFE. We've been talking about the home instruction program for parents of preschool youngsters. I'm going to get that down before we get through this, so I can say it without having to stop. But and we were talking about your group meetings and things you're doing, and I know you sent me some pictures. We'll look at a few of those to see some of the activities and things that y'all do. Oh yeah, just tell about the pictures.
Well, this was at our picnic, at the end of the year picnic. You can see the little medal around her. They got their certificates. They had completed the year, so that was. We just had a little photo booth.
Everybody likes a little recognition
and that's at the same time. That was actually from our Talladega one. So
I love HIPPY. How fun!
And this one we went out to. What's the name of the farm? We went out to a farm here in Odina, and with our PAT program, and it's an organic farm, and they just showed the kids animals and talked about. They all got to take home eggs, that sort of thing.
Oh, how fun!
So we try to do anything in the community where somebody will partner with us. We love that.
Right. Oh, they had a good time.
That was at the farm too, but of course the girls had to strike a pose.
Oh yeah, and look, little friendships forming right there. I love that. They had a good time.
And that was a big hit. They had the baby goats, and they let them feed them with a bottle. That was. How many kids have got to do that?
I was just going to say, I don't know how my children were before they saw farm. I mean, if it hadn't been for a school field trip or something, yeah, how fun. What a fun activity. And all free, right? Mm-hmm. You just show up.
And there's my pride and joy right there.
Oh, now who is that?
That's my grandbaby.
Oh, she is so cute. Now tell me what she made.
That was sunflower seeds, wasn't it? We planted sunflower seeds.
How cute.
We talked about how seeds grow, and of course, when you plant the seed, there's no flower there, so that was our way of letting them take a flower home.
How cute.
And of course, that's our Christmas party, obviously with Santa Claus there, but we have, so many of our kids don't have the opportunity to get to take pictures with Santa, so they come in and we get to let them take pictures with Santa, and it's all for free.
How fun. Look at that. How sweet. They are having a ball. They are having a great time. Well, how fun. I know y'all have a great time. I'd love to do that.
I know.
Just have fun with kids. That's great.
And we have as much fun at our group meetings as they do, I promise.
I bet you do. And the parents too.
Exactly.
Yeah. I know. Well, I know we were talking about the different activities you do, and you brought a book.
I do.
Tell me.
This is Where Spot by Eric Hill. This is our first book that comes with our year 1, week 1 lesson, and about each lesson has a book that goes along with that lesson for about 3 to 4 or 5 weeks. I think Spot is a little longer, and the parents really are wore out on Spot because. By the end, the kids are reading the story because
they love Spot.
You'd be shocked no, you would not be shocked how many kids have this book memorized after a few readings. But they have how many books do we give out during the year? 9 books. That come with the lessons that we'll work on with literacy and story comprehension, that sort of thing.
But they also receive books through, for any child that's enrolled in HIPPY, they get enrolled in a Dolly Parton Imagination Library, so they receive a book a month in the mail, as long as they're actively participating until they're 5.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. So this puts books in home.
Exactly.
Right, and Sylacauga Promise pays for that. For our children to receive those books in the mail. And for them to get books in the mail, it's pretty exciting because Kinley, I know, she gets her book and she's so excited because it's got her name on it and she gets to open it herself and she loves that book right there. That was one of her favorites.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. And, read it over and over again. I do it all the time. The library parents will say, we have checked this book out 15 times. Keep checking it out.
That's right.
Exactly.
That's that love of reading.
Exactly.
When they memorize it, that's how you start reading. I'll get off my soapbox here on that. But
when kids have that enjoyment of reading when they're this small, all of your education kind of stems from reading.
Right.
So that it opens doors that if you can tell the kids who have been read to, even when we start HIPPY, their vocabulary is so much broader than some of the ones whose parents don't take the time, and that's what we're here to do, is just encourage the parent to get involved and do the little things.
And parents, maybe some parents would, they just don't think about it. They're busy. You know, just living life is very busy.
Exactly.
Going to work and taking care of your family, and just a few minutes a day.
Yes, exactly.
With a little help, a little role modeling, encouragement from you ladies. That's great.
And I know that with my daughter, you know, we're not supposed to compare our kids, but my son loves reading, and my daughter, it took her a little bit to get into it. And I think I've told you the story about us coming to the library, and Miss Elaine was reading her Wadney DeWatt.
Oh yeah,
and
love the book.
And she was so shy, but just that enthusiasm, and Miss Elaine had her into the story so much that she just jumped up and answered the question. And then she realized she had done it.
But then she had done it.
Exactly.
So
that was a step.
Oh, I know. I love Elaine Libo. Did a great job.
Exactly.
At story time. And she's one of your hippie heroes. Is that
She
correct?
is one of our
Yes.
heroes.
She loved the program.
She did.
But that is great. I love having books in the home, things like that. I was reading, I looked on the Hippie USA website just to find out a few other little things to talk about. It says over the past 25 years, Hippie has delivered more than 3.3 million books and 12 million activity packets to almost 400,000 families. That is awesome. Mm-hmm. They have 25 years of research showing positive outcomes, and I won't read it, but it's parents more involved in their children's education, families valuing education, students graduating, more of them graduating high school, and just because of some lessons that were done when they were 3 and 4 that include reading and writing and listening and talking, singing and rhyming, playing games, cooking and sewing. Now that kind of scares me there. I'm not a cook or a seamstress, but I could probably have learned shapes and colors, puzzles and more. So it's not just writing your ABCs and things. There's so much more.
And one thing I want to say, with Hippie, those statistics are wonderful, but it's all based on the parents.
Yes.
The parents do the work. We just supply the supplies, and when those parents get in there and actually work with their kids, that's the results that you get. Right. It's not us, it's the parents.
Well, it takes good leaders, and that's what y'all do. So I would encourage you to call SAFE, and the number is
256-245-4343.
Please call SAFE to get your children enrolled in Hippie if they are 3 or 4 years old. It's very simple to enroll. You just call and find out more about it. And I appreciate what you ladies are doing for children in our area, and thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you for having us.
Great, and I hope you'll join us next time on Library Connection, and before then, hope to see you in the library.